Here's our new lesson. We're going to look at solving percents when they change. So you have a quantity and it changes. I got $50 and then my bank account grew to $167. So at what percentage did it grow? That's what we're going to look at. We're going to look at percent of error in the sense like I need 100 yards of fabric and we just roll it out and we take it and we cut the fabric and we say, well, what's our error? Did I get exactly 100? Was I less than 100? Was I more than 100? And at what percent more or less was I relative to what my goal was? So that's what we're going to look at today. So make sure you've titled your comp book, and we'll take a look at this solve it problem. Multiple steps here. Nadia lives in the town of Preston. Quinn lives in the town of Elm Ridge. Nadia and Quinn each claim that her respective town's population is growing more rapidly. So you got part A, part B, part C. So write an argument to support Nadia. Why might she argue that Preston's population is growing more rapidly? Write an argument to support Quinn. Why might she argue that Elm's Ridge population is growing more rapidly? And whose reasoning is more logical? Which one are you going to support in the end is what we're going to look at. Now, these are kind of hard to see, so it's going to take some enlarging here. At least for my eyes, it needs to be enlarged. Yours are much better than mine. So I'm going to write names on top of these people because I'm kind of getting the town names confused with who lives where. So this is Nadia, and this is Quinn. Okay, so what would you argue for Nadia? Let's see where she's at. There's the population last year, and it's increased to 5,702. So what is that increase? So you can do 5,702 minus 5,589, and you can find out what that would be. It's 113. So that population grew by 113, where the other population, 1,926 minus 187, that population has not grown as much as 113. That population has grown 56. Okay, so Nadia's explanation is more people. It has grown more. What do you think Quinn's argument is going to be? It's going to be based on percentage. A population of 5,000 people that grew only 110 is not a very large percent of growth, where 56 of this number is a larger percentage of growth. And that's something we're going to learn to calculate and figure out, well, just how much did they grow? And then part C, who do you think is more logical? Just count the numbers and just add it up and say, hey, we grew more? It really depends on how critical we're asking. If we're saying which one grew by the most amount of people, yes. Which one grew relative to their population, that's different. And to really put this in perspective, take a population of 1 million and say that 1 million grew by 7, or 1 million grew by 57, just slightly bigger than Elm. Would you really say that 1 million grew more? I'd say, Elms Ridge definitely had more growth. Okay, so that's what we're going to dive into as we look at the rest of the problems today.